Oh yeah, Facebook's changing to Meta. And then they're just like, what's the matter with you? At least like I was like, what's the matter? I was like, nothing. What's the matter with you? I sound like who is shooting these arrows at me? Can I just like hit it back? This is gonna be like, oh, it's Informa doing this thingy. Oh, sorry, you can't PvP here. That's too bad. That's a crossbow. You know what that looks like? It looks like one of those like bouncy ball things on a stick. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like you have this giant like platform, flat wooden upside down bowling pin thing with a rubber band attached to a tiny rubber ball, and then you go bump bump bump, except it doesn't really work right unless you hit it really hard, and then if you hit it hard enough, then the rubber band's super cheap, so then it flies off and then you're like, oh well, that wasn't worth the $2 that I paid for it, or that wasn't worth the $5 that I paid for it at a carnival. And then you're just like, dang it, that's $5 down the drain. And so then you're just like, never again, until the next time you go to the carnival, and then you're just like, oh, that thing was so fun last time. And then you remember after it breaks again, you're like, oh yeah, that's why I didn't get it last time. It's Rybarski Prut. What's that? Is that what it's called? In Slovak. Silverdown says Facebook is changing to Meta is like calling a potato a potato. And they did more work in changing the name than keeping the account secure. Yeah, and prophecy. Do you remember when we have updated your privacy policy? It was like a meme. I feel like that whole thing started from Facebook. And then everyone was like, we have to update and change and announce to everyone and let everybody know that we changed and updated the privacy policy. And then I remember it was like, it just became a thing because every company ever was just like, oh, we have updated your privacy policy. By the way, everyone, we have updated your privacy policy. It's very simple. There is no privacy. We have a spyglass. A fishing rod. Is that? Wait, he's been using a fishing rod? I thought that was Informa. I'm hooked on you. Some people get hooked on phonics. I get hooked on Informa. Hopefully. This is what Informa means when he's like, never gonna give you up. Cause now you're hooked on me forever. All the Tomb Raiders are super cheap on Steam too. Some are 69 pounds? Oh, 69 pence. Oh. That's way cheaper than 69 pounds. Why 69? Wow. Oh man, what is my brain up to today? Okay, check this out. Where should we go next? Oh. So I didn't finish telling. Wow, this is what happens when I have like an hour and a half of sleep. But so I went to the haunted house, and then the entire 10 minutes experience, it was pretty fun just because I got to hang out with my friends and like I hadn't seen them in like 2 years. But the whole experience of the entire house was me just going like, oh, this is pretty cool. Oh, well, my friends stopped screaming because there was one of my friends. Well, I guess I just met them. Like I knew like 2 people, and then everyone else I met there. But she was just like so terrified and was screaming and like this the entire time. And I was like, wow, it's really loud. and so the entire haunted house experience was just like me being scared that this person was gonna have a heart attack. I was just like, oh no. Like I don't know if it's just me or like something's broken in my brain because I'm like, oh okay. Like this is pretty neat. And I'm just looking at how they built all the things because that was really cool. Like there's one area where they had this like green laser thing and looked like that was the surface, but it wasn't, and so you could just wade through. And they had this giant like balloon like inflatable thing where you had to kind of like swim, like move and walk past it, and that was really neat. They had one room where it was like all mirrors, but then also not, because it looked like it was holographic, but then it wasn't really a mirror, because if it was a mirror, then definitely someone would have walked into it or like punched it and it would have cracked, but it wasn't. And so, but yeah, but that was really neat. There was one area where the entire ground was moving, and I was like, this is the coolest place. And then people were like, that was, I did not like it. That was the worst. And I was like, but that was the best. And so that was pretty interesting. But other than that, the whole time of like the full 10 minutes was me just listening to get me out, That's all I remember. And apparently at one point, so my friend Anna, she was kind of like leading the pack, or like the two other girls that were in front, and she was kind of like making sure that they were okay. But apparently at one point this girl was so afraid. She's like, she thought that my friend was one of the scare people or something, and so she screamed and then like pushed her out of the way. and so and she was really tiny too, and so my friend was like, I did not know you could be that strong, because I thought I was just like lifted up into the air. It was interesting. Anyway, that was the very first time I actually went to a haunted house, and and wow, it was very loud, and not because of the haunted house, but yeah. Otherwise, it was pretty fun. It was pretty neat. I don't think I would do that again, but it was worth going one time. Oh my god, I'm dead. What happened? Pixelated, you look pretty alive to me. Although I guess you kind of look like a Grim Reaper because you have no face. Ooh, ooh.